Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Right here, 51. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
From midfield, here's Allen. And right away, he lost the football. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flip in field position and a flip in fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force them into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Gus Edwards, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
On first down, Allen. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
We ain't giving him nothing today.
From the gun, it's Allen. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's John Simon with a sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people.
And he's going to go down again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here's Allen to throw it. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Back to throw. Love. This is White on the screen. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here now, Roberts. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. This pass complete to Higgins. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Allen now on 1st down. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Allen now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Operating from the gun. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo!
And here's Allen throwing again. And he's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down.
Half 85, half 85. Right 51.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Flush to his right. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
To throw on second down. Love. That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down,
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. Let's go. Bills 17.
Here we go.
Patriots
50.
nothing.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Run. Move. What happened?
From the gun, Love. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
You're out. Check. Ready, go.
Throwing again. Love. He's got him in. Complete. It's Julian Edelman. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. First down, here's White. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
6-yard line.
2nd and 6. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's when the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
58, come on. Here we go, here we go. Ready.
On the draw, it's White. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Go.
Now Allen to throw. Operating from the gun. Open man is Higgins. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got Higgins over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You draw Corker. On 52. Watch out, watch out.
Throwing now is Allen. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Echo. Hey, Mike,
Allen from the gun, he'll throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, tight. Hey, home. Kill. Hey, high 7. Gun.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Patriots' defense is going to take over on downs.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Let's go. 49.
Throwing on 1st down. Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. Let's go.
To throw again. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, exit. 51.
Allen going to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw on 3rd down. Love going deep here for Edelman. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To the air, Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a carry for White. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
All day, dog. 49, guys. Mike, 49. It's our time. It's our time. Set, go!
Operating from the gun. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. John Simon, his second sack of the night.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Go, Mike, middle. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Hey, Delta.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
49 box track.
Looking to throw. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off play action. Love. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Hey, Alpha.
51.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 3 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Edelman was the intended target. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates You're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Throwing again on second down. Allen, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka adds the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side. Because
now White lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on third down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
From the gun, Love. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Allen now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
Go.
Allen now operating from the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Goes underneath here to White. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run with White, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Love. And now here is another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They stay on the ground with White. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Love. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. To return is Roberts. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come on.
From the 16, Allen. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And a fast footwork by White. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
Let's go now. Let's go now. Let's go now. Hey, read. Here we go, dude. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. And go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's White, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.